The party was buzzing, one of those polished Manhattan events where crystal glasses chimed. Polite laughter floated through the air, and every smile felt like part of a performance. I'd come expecting a relaxed evening out with my wife, Megan. But the second we crossed the threshold, something in the atmosphere shifted. She looked stunning in a form-fitting red dress, her hair shimmering under the chandelier. But the moment we joined her circle of friends, I understood. Tonight, I wasn't her partner. I was her punchline. Her laughter carried a faint edge, a trace of mockery. And when she lifted her glass toward a group of men, she shot me a sly grin and said loudly, "Here's to real men unlike my husband." The words hit hard, sharper than anything she'd thrown at me in years. She didn't just take a jab at me behind closed doors. She humiliated me in front of friends, strangers, co-workers. A few people chuckled awkwardly. Some looked at me with sympathy. Megan beamed, convinced she'd made a harmless joke. But what she didn't understand was that a man doesn't need to lash out or shrink back. He observes. He weighs the moment. And when he does respond, he does so with quiet strength, not bluster. So I didn't take the bait. I stayed composed, offering the group a polite smile, letting her words linger in the air. I could feel the tension settle around us as she waited for me to crumble or laugh it off. I did neither. Throughout the evening she tossed more little digs my way, soft enough to pass as teasing, sharp enough to wound. "He tries," she said loudly at one point, "but he's no Jeff." She assumed I hadn't heard. I had. And each time, I let her believe she was in control. But with every comment, the truth became clearer. I didn't need to engage in her game. I could rise above it. The turning point came when she walked off to get another drink. I looked at her friends, calm and collected, and spoke evenly. I told them that real strength isn't about bragging or seeking validation. It's about staying grounded, respecting others, and not letting petty insults shake you. True confidence doesn't shout. It stands firm without fanfare. Their expressions shifted, some surprised, some quietly impressed. And when Megan returned, she caught the tail end of what I said. Her smirk dissolved. She realized she'd set the stage, but the moment no longer belonged to her. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't retaliate. I simply held my dignity. Then, with a courteous nod, I excused myself, saying I needed a breath of fresh air, and walked out of the crowded room. Behind me, the laughter had gone quiet, replaced by murmurs of disbelief, a silence Megan hadn't expected. The shift happened instantly, without any dramatic gestures. The room's focus moved. Her little dig at my supposed shortcomings suddenly felt petty and unkind. People who had laughed with her seconds earlier now traded looks that said they understood something had changed, that genuine composure had just spoken louder than any comeback. Megan stared after me, her expression stunned and confused. Outside, the cool night air felt freeing. The party sounds behind the glass doors, laughter, clinking glasses, seemed far away, no longer connected to me. After a moment, I heard her heels striking the pavement as she hurried out. Her face was flushed, not with excitement, but with embarrassment and worry. "Noah, wait," she called, her voice unsteady. "Please, it was just a joke." I didn't respond right away. I let her words settle between us. Some situations don't need immediate rescue, they demand honesty. When someone crosses a line, it's their responsibility to recognize it, not yours to soften the impact. When I finally turned to her, I spoke evenly. A joke that cuts someone down isn't harmless. It reveals something. And tonight, you showed me what matters to you in moments like that. Approval, image, a quick laugh. Not respect for your partner. Her mouth trembled. "I didn't mean it like that," she insisted. But the truth of the moment was already out in the open. I didn't need an apology yet. I needed her to truly understand. Sometimes the most painful realizations come not from being scolded, but from seeing your own actions clearly. We rode home in silence. But it wasn't uncomfortable. There was meaning in it. I felt a steady calm settle over me. I had stayed grounded, composed, and clear. I had refused to let anyone, even someone I loved, make me smaller. Beside me, Megan sat quietly, her hands twisting nervously around her clutch. The message was unmistakable. When you care about someone, mocking or belittling them isn't playful, it has consequences. Respect is not optional, and attention means nothing without it. By the time we pulled into the driveway, she finally spoke, her voice soft and trembling. I get it now, she said, tears gathering in her eyes. I shouldn't have said that. I didn't realize how hurtful it was. I do respect you. I didn't need her reassurance, but the sincerity mattered. She wasn't reacting out of fear or guilt, she was understanding. That night marked a shift in our marriage. Not because anyone was shamed or punished, but because she recognized something important. Real strength isn't loud, and real respect cannot be taken lightly. And as I watched her absorb that truth, I felt a quiet sense of peace, not from winning anything, but from standing firm with patience and integrity.